Hi everyone, welcome to my 6-part series on how to purchase a home. This is part 5, which will include escrow, appraisal, title, due diligence, everything you need to know once we're under contract. Hi, my name is Danny and I'm your local Denver realtor. Okay, so we're under contract. We had an offer that was accepted. Title is holding the earnest money, same. And typically the first thing we do once we're under contract is we order inspection. Advise that you speak to a couple inspectors, your real estate agent, usually their number 1 inspector, but some have about 2 or 3, just depending on your budget. But they all do the same thing. They're all hired to look at the house and to find things in the house. Typically, we focus on health, hazardous, and big ticket items. So it could be like the HVAC system, it could be the roof, it could be mold, it could be radon, foundation, etc. Once we get through inspection, we'll review the report and we'll negotiate accordingly to the report. Appraisal is when a professional goes out and values the home to make sure that not only was the home put on market at a reasonable price according to the market, but our offer is also at a reasonable price according to the market. After that, we'll have a lot of title work and due diligence, title commitment, and we'll make sure that everything looks great, that it looks clean, and that there's no liens on the property so that you're receiving a clean property. Throughout all of this, we'll have due diligence items such as HOA, the seller's property disclosure, and sometimes even maintenance receipts. So this is important because some HOAs have very strict rules and regulations that the buyer needs to abide by. So it's important that the buyer reads that along with the seller's property disclosure. The seller's property disclosure is a disclosure done by the seller on known items in the house. For example, if they know the kitchen sink is leaking, they'll add that there. Throughout the entire time we're under contract, a lot of these items, I would say most of the items, are negotiable. The buyer can negotiate their concerns with the seller and they can come to a resolution through the agents. It is important that the buyer is responsive during this time, that is reading everything the agent is sending them, because the real estate agent will be reading it on their end and the buyer should also be reading it and asking questions on their end. At the end, one of the last things we'll do is we'll review settlement sheets. So the settlement sheets are what shows and indicates how much the buyer will need, how much money the buyer will need to bring to the closing table. This also shows and indicates to the seller what they'll receive at the closing table and if they need to bring any monies to the closing table. So that is being under contract in 4 minutes. And if you have any questions, please send me a DM, leave some comments, and stay tuned for part 6, the final part of how to purchase a home.